Norwich is really fortunate, is the way I would put it, because we're very diverse. It's not, some communities have a specific nationality that just grows into this big community, which is awesome. That's fantastic as well. But for us, it's just so many. It's Peruvians, it's Haitians, it's Chinese, it's Asian Indian, Cape Verdean. I think it was in 2004 that the minority became the majority student in Norwich public schools. And a lot of that was fueled by the influx of immigrants. And so we're seeing across the board a massive, massive change. And I grew up in the area. I knew what it was like before that happened, before in 93, 92 when Foxwoods opened. You know, it's the same here in Jewett City. My focus has been on Norwich, but I live in Jewett City. Jewett City sees a lot of the transformation too. Across the street are neighbors from China. Around the corner, we have some new friends of ours who just came and celebrated my wife's 30th anniversary here. They're from India. And at the corner, there's somebody from Peru and Guatemala across the street. So right in this 1 square mile, we see like a whole world. That whole melting pot idea is as real and as alive and as true as ever. And Fresh Air Nation is, the idea behind it is to employ immigrants to be the ambassadors of their own stories and create a living museum, a museum without walls. So there'll be a network of host immigrant families who a paying public comes in, sits down, has a meal with them, and learns about their culture. So we did it with one family almost a year ago, and ever since we've been working on it. And basically the Haitian family hosted the mayor and the social services director and some church leaders, shared a meal that was appropriate to their culture, and told the story of why they're here. That's the spirit of the work that I'm doing. It's the neighbor-to-neighbor connection. There's a lot of important work going on right now with immigration that people with much better strategy and plans and wherewithal are working on. I feel like my piece of contribution to it is just a sliver in this wide spectrum of what needs to be done. This is a historic time in the United States. A lot of the rhetoric is focused on the politics and is divisive, forgets that there are people involved. I saw a cartoon that was related to the refugee crisis, and it was this person up on a cliff saying to people down below on the water in a boat, where are you from? And then collectively the voice came back, Earth. And I think I don't focus on the political part of it. I know it's important. I know there are real issues that need to be addressed. But the slice of contribution for me would be to address the bigotry, to address the racial and ethnic divide by bringing neighbors together. And I think you can do that by educating them, raising awareness, and that goes back to the Speak Kindly, Take Notice theme, which I'm carrying over into the meal and the living museum outreach. People would just sit down with each other and get to know each other and hear each other's stories. That I think is so important.